What's up, all you homies out there? Hey, man, big shout out. A big shout out. We found out who the sign guy was. That's right. Alex Oley with the sign, baby. Give it to him. Yo. Hey guys, what's up? I gotta fix my audio. It's doing that thing again. It's been doing it all recently a bunch. I don't know why. What up, chat? Guys, hit that like button. Shout out to Alex Oley for bringing that sign, man. That's fire. That guy was repping that sign tonight. Ah, there it is. Shout out to the man himself, Alex Oley, who had that sign out there, man. He was repping that sign, man, all night. Sucky, sucky right there with Drew. Sucky, sucky all night with Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre. The JCS sign. I saw a lot of people talking about, oh, you know, CM Punk isn't hurt. He was able to fight and all that other stuff. I mean, you know, didn't Cody Rhodes wrestle with a torn pectoral muscle? You know, with like a pectoral muscle? Cody Rhodes wrestled with that. So I didn't see any reason why, you know, Punk wouldn't, you know, be able to exchange some blows there tonight. So, yeah. The people that are thinking that he's not really hurt, I don't think that's the case. I mean, but then again, maybe this is... Somebody was like, it's a work to get him out of the main event so they could use The Rock without embarrassing Punk or whatever. They wouldn't... I just don't think that's... I don't think that's true. I don't know if there's some kind of elaborate thing, but yeah, he's able to do some stuff, and he did it. You know what I mean? He was, you know, it's like if I rip my hamstring in a certain way, I could go out there and stumble around with some crutches, and I could get punched and fall over a little bit. You know what I mean? To sell it a bit, even though it might hurt a little bit. So, you know, I don't see that. It's not. I think that's what happened. You saw the guy go out there and do a little bit of something to help give Drew the rub, and I think he wanted to do it, and it was great, bro. That opening segment, unfortunately, is the best thing of the night, and like, you know, it didn't really get better it wasn't going to get any better than that opening segment. Punk and Drew killed it in that opening segment, and that was like one of the best segments in promos against people, like two guys cutting a promo on each other that I've seen like in the past year. It was really good. And then there was another pretty decent promo later with the Cody thing, but like people were like, what is going on right now? And we'll talk about that in a little bit, but real quick, let me just drop there's some donations that are coming in, so let me just let me hit the donos real quick. I'm going to hit the donos, then I'll pause them, and then I'll get to we're going to have Rojas joining us, and then we'll go back to the donos when there's more donos. If you guys want to donate, by the way, I didn't put the link up. I'm sorry. My bad. If you guys want to donate, here's the link to donate. If you want to support the show, I really, really appreciate it. And say some crazy shit. Use the donation amounts listed down below. There's all kinds of wacky things you can do. It's up to you guys to do them and have a good time doing that. Enjoy it, whatever you want to say. And let me start playing them in just a second. Let me see. I gotta hit the button though. There we go. Shit bum.
Hashtag Cronin for commentary.
The Dork Knight donated, and the Dork Knight said, Cronin for commentary, like the sign said. Thank you, Dork Knight. That had to have been like the 25th time that there's been a Joe Cronin show sign. And that was the 5th time I've seen a Cronin for commentary sign. So something like that. Thank you guys for that. Alex Oli was the man with the sign, I believe, in the front row. Thank you. That was really cool. I'm sure Road Dog's happy. Made Road Dogg happy.
I don't think Punk's injury is real. I'm thinking it's a work. If you have a torn tricep, you ain't moving your arm like that. Just my opinion.
Yeah, maybe I don't know. I wonder why would they do a work, though, I don't know. But, Jay and Joe's World, thank you, Jay and Joe's World, for the $4.99. But also remember, I feel like, Cody Rhodes wrestled a whole match with a torn pec. A torn pectoral muscle, so. Oh, shit. Oh, my God, Seabass, the Beast.
Take a look around Hillary and see. Everyone loves me. Take a look around Hillary and see. Everyone loves me. Took a long look. Everyone loves the Dawn. Take a look around Hillary. Everyone loves me. Take a look around Hillary and see.
We love you, Hillary.
Joe, I missed the CM Punk promo because I was getting a blowjob by a beautiful black woman.
Ooh.
This Raw was ass. Also, I don't see the Discord link in Patreon. Joe, have a great show.
Oh, thanks, man. I'll have to tweet it out. I'll Patreon message it out again to everybody, Seabass. I'll get it out there for you. Seabass, thank you so much for the $15. Hold her up for everyone to see, Donald. Thank you. That's a great point, but, I don't know. Listen, if you're going to miss Raw for something, a BJ is what you want to do it for. Doesn't matter what the color of the woman, but, Vince, obviously has a particular type of thing. If you read those text messages, he was talking about, it was just very crazy. But anyway, I really appreciate it. And again, like I said, Raw was off to a hot start. I thought at the beginning really got me into Raw big time. Guys, click the like button and stick the thumb way up there if you guys can do that, please. Pat McAfee back on commentary as well. People theorizing that Corey Graves is going to go and be the head guy, which is funny because I kept saying that. Corey Graves is a better head guy, is a better play-by-play announcer than Kevin Patrick. Why not just make Corey Graves the play-by-play guy at this point? But I never wanted that because I don't think Corey Graves is... I don't always think Corey Graves is good and is the type I want in that position. I want someone more boisterous and more out there than Corey Graves, but maybe he'll be different if he's the head guy, the main play-by-play guy. I don't know. I don't think so, though. I think Corey Graves is an okay number 2, but not the number 1, but he's better than Kevin Patrick, so if you can put Kevin Patrick out there, why can't you put Corey Graves out there? Wade Barrett slides in the secondary position in the color spot. Okay, fine, I guess. I would prefer someone else, but it's better than Kevin Patrick, so cool. That being said, Seabass the Beast with the biggest donation of the stream so far. So we'll get Seabass up here on the top of the board. And with that being said, I'm going to head over to Discord because we got Luke Rojas, my Monday night co-host now, there. And, of course, sniveling his way in as well, which we're not supposed to have anybody in here, but I'm going to let him be here because, first of all, he just donated. Second of all, I really like him, and I want to get more than one take. And since Mustafa is probably at a BLM rally right now, he'll be a better position to do it. Dork Knight is here with Luke Rojas, the two men that passed out during the Royal Rumble stream because of alcohol.
Yeah. We're very much like the Cody and Roman, or rather the Cody and Punk of the Royal Rumble stream.
Yeah.
We made it to the end. Yeah, we really were, because everybody else is like, oh, I'll take a shot when I want to. Like, no, that wasn't the rules. But to be fair, I didn't think every fucking thing was going to get hit in the opening match within like the first 20 minutes. I was like, oh, what? Oh, another shot? Oh my God, they pointed again? Fuck.
That's when you start taking shots of beer.
The worst thing is Jay Menace, that fucking chronic alcoholic, trashing me. Oh, they motherfuckers thinking they know how to drink, but then they fucking they don't pace themselves. The point of it was to get drunk. It wasn't to get a fucking headache at the end of the night and just not be buzzed like Joe was.
You got fucked up early on. I got fucked up late on, but but we were both following the rules. I'm pretty sure, so.
Yeah, no, I did the thing where I took a shot as I saw it, and then I mistakenly, like, because I was going to pace myself, but I got so drunk that I was fuck it, I'll drink again. But getting off the drinking game, we're never going to talk about it again. I hate the way I act when I'm shit-faced. I'm so sorry to everybody for ruining a stream. I'm sorry about that. The drinking game was a fucking mistake. But
you remember it. I don't even remember. Like, I didn't like.
I don't. I remember passing out. Like, I remember the stuff I did before I passed out. But when I woke up, like, I really had no recollection of most of what happened after I woke up. So, like, noticing that I was still on the stream for a good chunk of for the review, I was so embarrassed because I was like, I know exactly how I'm going to act.
I kind of want to go back and watch to see if I was, unconscious for a long amount of time. Was I, Joe?
I don't know, like 30 minutes straight for sure. And then you started moving, but maybe a little bit longer than you started moving. But the best part was when I came back, and I didn't know this, but the guys started saying, like, it's crazy that you guys didn't care about Dork and I'm like, yeah, he passed out, nobody cared. No, but one of the last things he said before he fell over was like, help. He was asking for help, and then he fell over, and I'm like, what? And I actually, I
don't remember that. I'm sorry.
I literally DM'd the Popcast guys on Twitter because I know they have your number in real life probably, and I don't.
Is that why Brian? No, that's why. Okay, Brian, I have a missed phone call from Brian. I'm actually wearing their shirt.
Yes, yes. Okay. I DM'd him, and I was like, yo, check on Dork. I'm actually concerned. And I was like, I'm the only one that can possibly do anything, and then you're the only ones that can call him on his phone. So I knew they had your phone number in my head. I was like, they got to have his phone number.
Oh my God, that's so funny. Now I have to call Brian back and let him know I'm okay.
Tell him you're. Man. Well, I told him you're all right, but and then he was probably watching the stream too. So, but.
Well, I just want to make a quick comment because I was drunk and passed out for most of the Men's Rumble. I rewatched it. I saw a lot of people did not like the Men's Rumble. I think maybe if it was in the moment, like, and it wasn't already spoiled for me, maybe I would have felt the same way. But watching it back, like, I was so happy that Cody won, and I knew that going in, rewatching it. And then I thought the match itself was pretty good. Like, I get it, there wasn't many big returns, but I don't think that the Royal Rumble needs to have big returns. Like, oh, what, a bunch of mid-carders. It's well, the mid-carders are there for a fucking reason. And when is being a mid-carder a bad thing? But I want to get to the review.
Rojas, I just want to say one little thing. That sometimes we get a little ahead of ourselves, and the Rumble almost at one point the Rumble almost became about like all these returns and people and whatever. But if you remember, and if you go back to the year that Stone Cold won the Rumble, and I know that when you say, well, The Rock was in the Rumble and he eliminated The Rock, but like that was The Rock when he had just started being the Nation of Domination, really, and he wasn't The Rock yet. But other than that, dude, go back and watch the Royal Rumble 98 when Stone Cold wins it, and think about all the people that come out there. Almost nobody is excited for almost anybody in that thing.
Is that the one where he sits on the turnbuckle and looks at his wrist? You know,
well, that was that's different. You could actually argue that Rumble had more of a variety of people that you could believe could maybe win it. When the 98 Rumble, it was all Austin. And everybody else that was in it was kind of just like, it just felt like a big mid-card Rumble. And there's Austin and maybe Rock and maybe one other guy.
I didn't really get that. I didn't get that from the men's Rumble, only because guys like Drew and Gunther and Punk and Cody were at the end, and that's what the focus
final
is.
four. I was so stoked. You know,
that's what the focus had been on for weeks and stuff. And Sammy coming back, it's so crazy to think that like Sammy last year, everybody wanted him to beat Roman. Now him coming out at 30 is like what gets us disappointed. And I was kind of like expecting a return, but when it didn't happen, I was like, okay, whatever. I wasn't like these people who, like, I see so many people crying about there not being a return. Like, who gives a shit? It's a oh my God. Does everybody remember when Booker T came back for 3 seconds? No, nobody does. Nobody cares. These returns.
Yeah, but it's fun in the moment. You know, I'm still mad about Xbox.
They're fun in the moment. They're fun in the moment, but they don't make or break a Rumble match for me. You know what I mean?
My reaction to Booker T's return last year is the second highest viewed video on my channel, by the way. Just saying. Just gonna.
Oh, here it is. Cool. You already done it.
Well, you know what? I can't even say that because I was gonna say making it all about you, but I'm pretty sure when I was drunk, I was probably being a fucking narcissistic piece of shit.
No, you were just being nuts, bro. You were
just being a belligerent, belligerent rather. And Derek Johnson says when he was 15 and got drunk, it was a lot like Luke's experience on Joe's show. Yeah, I don't drink all the time. Like, I drink very, very scarcely, and when I do, I drink to get shit-faced. So at least, you know, when Luke Rojas, the champion, drinks, it's going to be memorable. But moving on from all of this, I never want to talk about the drinking game ever again, because it's so embarrassing. Luke, shut up. No, okay. I've literally tried to change the subject 4 times. Let's move the Raw review. Someone brought up the fact that Punk might be working an injury, and that's kind of what I thought was happening with Rollins last week. I don't know. I don't think that's the case. But you know, wouldn't we love that to be the case? So none of the plans got fucked up, because clearly it was supposed to be Punk and Seth, and that just really.
Well, now
both guys are injured, especially Punk, because we're talking about, you know, a tricep tear. Dude, just a partial tear alone will take you out for about, you know, 2 or 3 months. But based upon at least what's being reported, it looks serious. So it looks like he's going to be out for almost a year.
Yeah, he's going to have surgery.
He finished the.
Yeah, so I'll be shocked if he comes back in 6 months for SummerSlam.
Yeah, but Cody Rhodes wrestled with a torn pectoral muscle, so it's like it's not that crazy.
Yeah, but it was one match. It was one match.
Like, all the respect in the world, Punk finished the Royal Rumble with a torn. Like,
yes, he did.
Yeah, his pec got torn from the Future Shock DDT. You can actually see him roll out of the ring, and that's when the ref helps him out. And then he gets back and he finishes the match. Like, that's crazy.
And people thought he ripped both of his triceps or biceps, but until we got it further, you know, from Punk tonight, that he just tore his, I believe it's his right tricep. And if you've ever torn any type of muscle, you are in excruciating pain. But the fact that he toughed it out, despite the fact that, you know, he had to sell it at certain points, the fact that he finished the match and lift Cody up for a couple GTSs, dude, homeboy's a tough son of a bitch.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Yeah, I got to go look at it.
You sound, Dork Knight, you sound like you are in the other room right now talking.
Uh-oh. Hold on.
It's very low.
Oh, no, I just turned him way up. Now he's going to blow my head off.
Just explosion on the mic.
Yeah, let me turn him down now.
Yeah, and I like Drew coming out basically going, yeah, I prayed for this. I thought that was really
great.
Bro,
that line, when he said that, I popped at home. I was like, oh my God, like, let's go.
Drew is awesome. I just love his heel turn, or just his whole heel run since since been like September or October when he's planted the seeds of turning heel.
That's the first time I was like, I really loved it though. I haven't loved what he's been doing. I just thought, okay, whatever. Just like when he was a face.
better on the
Yeah,
microphone.
no, that was really good.
I think he's been consistently good on the mic for a while now. And he's been one of the highlights of Raw, and I'm glad to see him having that just awesome exchange with Punk.
Yeah.
But what I didn't like was what they did with him at the end and have him face Sammy for like the 40th time. And some people I saw speculate that this might be the WrestleMania match for Drew, is Drew and Sammy. Why?
Oh.
We've seen it so many times on TV. We don't need to see it again at WrestleMania.
And Sammy's made it very clear that he wants to be the world heavyweight champion. So, I mean, who's to say that maybe, I don't know, maybe not this year, but going towards next year, that could be the case, especially, WrestleMania potentially being in Minnesota, which is being discussed. I'm not saying that it is going to be there, but that's what's being discussed. And that might be Brock Lesnar's last match for WWE. But, right now,
my last match.
Yeah, I know. With
this
with
is
Drew
my
McIntyre,
last
with Drew
match.
McIntyre, though, I'll say this. The
This
fact
is
that
my fat cock socket.
I just
okay,
want to
you
say
need to have a drink.
Drew-
With Drew
Drew-
McIntyre
Drew-
being at pretty much a whole new dimension with his character, especially because when he was a babyface, we can all agree his babyface promos were not getting through to at least whether it be a casual fan or let alone even like a hardcore fan. So, I mean, the fact that he's gotten the opportunity to develop, especially, after all the crap that he had to go through when he got fired and then he came back and you see him trying to find his footing. I mean, this is probably the best McIntyre we've had.
Because he
thus far.
talked like Shrek. It's because he talked like Shrek when he was the the babyface champion. Like, oh, hello everybody, and we're gonna have a big party tonight.
That was more so Sheamus, even though he's not Scottish, he's Irish. But you know what I mean? That was more so Sheamus when the Muppets would come on Raw or like any of that phony crap from like 15 years ago.
I don't know how to tell you this, Mustafa, but Shrek is Scottish, bro.
No, I just said I know that Sheamus
No, you
is not
didn't.
Scottish.
No, you said.
Yes, I did.
You said it was more like Sheamus. You said it was more like Sheamus.
I said that, Joe. You probably, I don't know. Maybe there's something wrong with this Wi-Fi here. I don't know. I just said.
No, Joe. I think he meant that while Sheamus is Irish, not Scottish.
Yes, thank you.
Sheamus acted more like Shrek than Drew.
Oh,
I don't.
Okay, I get it.
Even I always felt like Drew kept trying to act like this jovial type tone, like, oh everybody, I guess it's time for a party tonight, and I never really bought it.
Yeah.
Like he works best as just a badass, like, hey, and who wants to see some people get beat up tonight? You just want to hear him do that. You don't want to hear him go
direct. When he gets real direct, when he's like, I'm glad you're here tonight because I wanted to watch you bleed in front of your family. Like that's like, oh shit.
Yeah, no.
Happen.
This was the best Drew McIntyre's been, in my opinion, tonight.
Yes, I agree. That's exactly what I think. And I like Drew, and obviously he's a friend of the show, and he's a good guy, and we've known him a long time. And I've, marked out when he was going through his run, obviously. But then he dulled out. He dulled out, and I told him this. He dulled out. But
Joe, someone goes, get in me belly.
Get in my belly.
Get in my belly.
Why don't you get to the back of the line because you're dead.
Now you're Irish. Now you're Irish. That was a good Sheamus promo. Well, speaking of Irish people, Finn Balor and Damian Priest go against DIY. Pretty good match. Not really entirely still sold on DIY. I know they were over in NXT.
DIY sounded like, did you see them acting like a couple of kids in the promo before the commercial for the match?
I didn't listen, I thought the promo itself could have been fine if they didn't do it in such a cringe way. And then their theme song sucks. Their theme song sucks and is it just me or does it sound literally exactly like Austin Theory's theme song?
Yeah, these themes are still not good. They got so lucky with the Roman one. For whatever reason, that's acceptable somehow. But it sounds like Madden menu music. Everything.
It sounds like generic casino app music.
No. I want to know what was more generic. I want to know what was more generic, the promo or the music.
So, if I may, I only saw the Cody Seth promo and the Drew CM Punk promo. I didn't see any else of the show. I'm assuming DIY lost, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, you know what? And it's funny that you missed most of the show. I missed that Intercontinental Championship match. I was like, at work at the moment or at the time, I was kind of following the whole show, but I stopped watching for like about 10 to 15 something minutes, and then I already saw that they were like announcing like the main event or something, and I'm like, where the fuck did the IC title match go?
I
I
didn't
felt
get
like
home
that I thought
until
that was supposed to be the main event, or I thought it was gonna go on longer. I completely missed it. So
Well,
at
no,
first I
because
thought they canceled it.
they wanted to do Sammy and Drew for the main event because what happened early on in the show, which is like an old school, way they used to do things on Raw and SmackDown.
so
And by the way,
Sammy and
based
Drew were the
upon
main event.
based upon the interviewers backstage, it was the first time in a long time. And I actually even texted Joe this, dude. They didn't sound robotic for the first time in a long time. Did you
Yeah.
notice that?
Yeah, they were a little bit different. I've seen them do that before, but then they snap back into the robot, and I'm like, why did they go
Yeah.
back to doing it? So
I didn't get home until about an hour ago, and I think I messaged Joe on Discord. I don't think he saw it though.
What did you do? What did you do the entire hour? Just
That's a
go
good
by.
well, he's
blow by
he's
blow
setting up. He's
everything
about
that
to
you've
he's
ever
about
done.
to set up making this some irrelevant. Go ahead, Dork. I want to hear what you said.
No. I'm just gonna say a couple so a couple friends on Discord hit me up. It was like, oh my god, did you see this? So I looked it up because I was working and I wasn't watching Raw. And that's the only reason I watched those two promos, and they were both fire. But I didn't watch anything else, so I had no idea that Drew.
Well,
and
well,
Sammy
after
were
the
the main
match,
event, so-
after the match with DIY and Judgment Day, R-Truth comes out, and R-Truth is constantly saying, "Yo, we're family, dog. We family. All this jazz." And the Tom and Nick thing just kills me every freaking time. It's hilarious, but
Hey, I didn't like this. I didn't like this because this is literally what we got a few weeks ago. Like the same shit. Drew, no, like Damian did the same thing where he's like, "I like you, Truth. I like you," and then they turn on him. So it doesn't even. I don't
Well, he
like.
beat
I
Truth
like. I
fast.
like the story enough. Like I like our Truth. I think he's funny. I was laughing at the false tag at the hot tag thing at the Rumble, but this is so repetitive what they're doing with the Judgment Day, and they're making all the guys in the Judgment Day feel like stooges because they don't even have Rhea Ripley come. Like, why is the entirety of the Judgment Day coming out besides her?
So
I don't get it.
Do I need to go
because
back
again,
and
she
watch
has her
this, or
business
can
with
you
the
run
women's
this
division,
down?
and yeah, granted that she could be out there with the guys, but again, this is like a separate thing. And he even talked about it in the back. You take care of your business, I'm going to take care of mine.
But
So it
they
was already
never.
established there.
But when is the last time that you can recall all of the members of the Judgment Day, with Rhea included, being in the ring at the same time? They do a lot of backstage promos together, but like they don't come out all at the same time. The Judgment Day do not feel important anymore. They
Did,
I don't want them to be stuck
Well-
with this R-Truth thing. Okay, whatever, Drew. Or
Well, no,
not
well,
Drew, whatever your name is.
Damien's about to make a face turn, don't you think?
Soon, but not too soon.
Well,
They
I
still
don't
gotta
know.
talk to
They still have the money in the bank. They need him to cash that in. This was such a stupid idea putting it on him. Maybe this is why you should have put it on. This is why you should have put it on fucking LA Knight. He was the guy to put it on.
Yeah.
No, putting it on
Yeah.
Damian. He's not ready for the world title. He's not being booked as a world champion.
Did
then
Braun Breaker show up on Raw tonight after his Royal
No.
Rumble?
No.
No
He's
Braun
gonna be on
Breaker
the-
tonight. Let me tell you something real quick about the Intercontinental title, because we got to that point. You said you guys hadn't seen everything, so just to let you know, it was a pretty decent match because Kofi was there, obviously, and they put over Gunther and everything like that. Great finish, made Gunther look strong. Kofi's good selling, all that sort of thing. But before that, Seth Rollins and Cody had that promo. Did you see that promo? Did anyone miss that?
I was gonna wait on it a little bit, and I want to make one more comment about the thing I was talking about. Someone said, "Oh, you mean like them all standing tall? That's them looking weak." Yeah, they stood tall against R-Truth.
Yeah.
Yeah. And again,
R-Truth and DIY, who cut like Joe said, it was a cringy promo. I liked Tommaso Ciampa because I think he's way better at cutting promos than Johnny Gargano. But when Johnny Gargano
Gargano?
I really think that Tommaso Ciampa, man, should be booked like this, just like assassin type, exactly, like workhorse guy.
Yeah,
and they
shouldn't be. They shouldn't be doing DIY. DIY is a thing of the past.
I think they're doing it just to break them up again, to do that whole thing again. I think they're going to redo that.
It's never going to work.
And Joe, to be quite honest with you, they don't have the same fire that they did when they were in NXT. Just in my opinion. But one thing about the Judgment Day, I mean, at least from what we see tonight and what we saw tonight, we're pretty much going to be getting Miz and Truth against the Judgment Day potentially at Chamber. So that's basically what that whole segment was about.
Hey guys, Cody is so predictable. Yeah, because that's something I saw infuriatingly a lot in the comments. This was such a predictable Cody winning the Rumble. How? Nobody predicted that. Everybody said
wait a minute. That's not. You can't say that. A lot of people predicted Cody winning.
Well, no, literally, a lot of people predicted
in fact, most polls showed CM Punk #1 and Cody right behind him somewhere.
Yeah, because Cody was the only other guy besides Punk, but everybody knew it. Everybody, I thought was gonna be Punk. I saw a lot of people saying Punk in this comment section. I saw a lot of people everywhere saying it was going to be Punk, and then that Cody was going to win the and that Cody was going to do the elimination chain. I picked Punk, and guess what? They had Cody win. But now because you don't like that Cody won, oh, it's so predictable. Shut the fuck up, bro. Like,
also, by the way,
guys, all these guys who have clearly shown that they're out of touch and they're butthurt by saying stuff like, "This is so predictable." Everybody, dude. Nobody even cares about Cody. I loved all the people who said nobody cares about Cody.
Those are retards. That is the dumbest shit, dude. All of that is dumb. First of all, like Hogan, like winning all the matches Hogan won back in the day were so predictable, right? Like almost everything was predictable. The first time something wasn't predictable was like WrestleMania 6, Warrior versus Hogan. I didn't know who the hell was going to win that, but I figured it might be Hogan, and I wanted Hogan to win, and the Warrior won. I didn't see that coming, but even as a little kid, when you watched, WrestleMania 5 and you went back and watched, you just knew like Hogan's gonna win this. It's like you just knew he was gonna win these certain matches. Sergeant Slaughter versus Hogan. Did you ever doubt? Did you think Sergeant Slaughter was gonna beat Hogan?
Lord Cosmo, you literally just fucking contradicted yourself. You go, it was predictable. Nobody fucking wanted Cody to win. So nobody predicted him. Most people predicted Punk to win, and then Cody won. And guess what? The fans cheered for Cody. The people were not booing Cody. Wow. And then tonight, what happened when Cody came out? He got a monster pop, insanely
and
monster
whose merchandise
pop.
is selling all the time, and what are all the signs in the crowd? It's like, come on.
Oh, and by the way,
Cody sucks because he's John Cena 2.0. Cody sucks. So what are we supposed to do? Have a heel champion for the rest of time? Oh, I can't wait for Roman to cheat again. And then everybody goes, "We must acknowledge our tribal chief."
There's some people that don't like Cody. I know that. But the people that say that they're doing the whole like needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few, and the needs of the many, or the most are in for the most part favor Cody. I think 75% to 80% of the WWE audience, if not probably I'd go with 75%, are really behind Cody, and that's from little kids to families to women to casuals. To smarks, to smart fans, like they're behind Cody too. That's why they followed him to AEW. It's like
the backtracking. I just don't like the backtracking of everybody saying it was going to be Punk. I saw most people say it was going to be Punk, but because Cody wins, that makes it predictable. Well, when I saw the biggest theory of Cody getting to WrestleMania was that he wins the Elimination Chamber. Instead, he won the Rumble. How is that predictable? Because it's a thing that you didn't want to happen. That's the thing. People, when they don't get what they want, they act really crybaby-ish. And if it's something that doesn't make sense, I get it. But I don't know how you can watch television, the WWE show, for the past year, and then go, oh, the Cody winning is either A, is super predictable, or B, doesn't make any sense. Like to me,
I'm
it
at the
makes it
point where I
seem
just
like
want to
you're just-
enjoy it. I'm really at that
Yeah.
point.
Yeah, like that.
I
That's
don't
what I'm
care
saying.
as long as
would
it's good.
rather-
Be a
May I ask a
fan.
question,
Yeah.
Be a
please?
fan.
Well,
May-
and
may-
there are
may-
some things. There are some things that if let's say a fucking like who would have been a dumb decision to have win? Like let's say Jimmy Uso, yeah, or
Vince
Jimmy Uso
McMahon,
won
like the year
Rumble.
Vince McMahon won and he hid the
Yeah,
whole
like-
time, then won at the end.
like-
That was
Like if that happened, yeah, nobody saw that coming, and yeah, obviously that's not what most people would want, and yeah, it's not a good decision. So like that's not the case all the time, but it is a case where like someone doesn't. I wanted Punk to win. Fucking Cody sucks. Cody's new John Cena.
Hold up.
Ugh,
Luke,
like it's so stupid. Okay,
Luke.
what, Dork?
May I ask this question, please? So,
Yeah, I can barely hear you.
do you think that Punk was supposed to win, but because of his torn tricep, they called an audible and gave
No.
it to Cody? Okay.
No.
Okay.
that could have happened, but I don't think so either. I think
No,
they did.
absolutely not.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Punk might have.
Yeah,
I think they would have gone with Punk winning maybe then, but
King of Hueco Mundo, you're usually cool, but you're also full of shit. Like nobody, no, like yeah. So some people theorize that Cody could win because he's at 15. That means it was super predictable. Yeah, just like some people said that Roman was gonna beat Cody last year. Does that mean that match ending was predictable? No, because nobody saw it coming. It could have gone either way. The
Well, what do you
winners
think's
of the
gonna happen now with this-
yeah, the bona fide winners of the Rumble this year were either going to be Cody or Punk, but a lot of people, most people I saw said Punk. Cody won. That's not predictable.
So-
I'm sorry. Anyway,
No.
moving on to the promo. Moving
promo,
on to the
please.
Well,
Seth
yeah, no,
Rollins
Yeah. So that's
versus
what I want.
Cody Rhodes promo.
That's what I want to ask about. Do you think that they're pivoting because of the Rock thing, and that Cody's going to finish the story with Seth, or what do you think's going on?
No, I hope not. I pray to God not.
I think they just want you to. They want to throw you off.
They want to
been
throw you
trying
off the fence. Yeah, because the
Okay.
thing is, here's what I think. Many people, we were even talking about this even for the past couple of days. We're like, what's the idea of The Rock showing up? Not to say he would be in the Rumble, but the showing up. He didn't even do that. So the
Right.
fact that he's keeping his distance, in a sense, is probably good in a lot of ways.
yeah,
But I look at it more so in the sense that we have Seth planning and seeding Cody's mind by saying, hey, look, and he brought up great points. He said, look, Roman goes away, only defends the title when he wants to.
It was a
literally
really
wait-
fire promo. It was a fire.
yeah. Oh
promo.
my God. It was based in reality. That's the thing. It was based in fact. And the fact that he says you can go after Dusty's title, I thought that meant a lot in that promo. And then Cody says, I'll think about it. So we got about a week
No,
or so.
yeah,
for this.
that was so annoying because you could clearly tell the fans were so hot for when fucking Cody came out. They were so excited, and then and they were hot for Rollins too. But as soon as Rollins said you shouldn't face Roman, everybody turned on it. Like everybody
yeah, nobody
was
liked
booing.
that. Well, because dude,
Right,
last
well,
night, remember the fire last night when Cody was pointing at Roman and everyone was
Yeah.
lighting up. It was
You
fucking
don't-
awesome.
You don't tease that. You don't tease that with Roman just so you can be like, actually, no, it's gonna be Seth. Nobody
Yeah.
liked it. You could tell everybody immediately turned, booed, chanted no. But what I do notice is that despite them not wanting Cody versus Seth, the fans didn't turn on Seth. They didn't start chanting
No.
or booing Seth, and they didn't sandbag his entire promo. But this would be like I think it is just a swerve, but you never know. You get really nervous around this time of
Yeah.
year. This would be the worst decision. It would fuck over both guys. It would fuck over Cody because everybody wants Cody to go against Roman. For Cody to go go up against anybody who isn't Roman feels lesser, and it will turn the fans on him because we're like, oh,
Let
we
me
want
add
you to
on to
finish
that,
your
Luke.
story.
What if
We
The
wanted you to
Rock
finish your
buys the
story.
Money in the Bank off of Judgment Day?
Oh, yeah, but that's the other thing I
Well,
want to
and then one more thing, Mustafa. If because nobody wants Cody in this, people will turn on Seth too because they'll be like, we wanted Cody versus Roman, not this shit. We get it. You need your fucking main event. So now we all have to suffer. And also Seth isn't gonna win. Nobody wins. Seth will lose the fourth time in a row to Cody. or
Well, here's
Cody
the-
will lose and will piss everybody off.
I was
Here's
actually
what I'm saying.
expecting.
Here's
I was
what-
actually expecting Cody to say, "I've already beat you 3 times. Like, why do I need to beat you again?"
Well,
But he-
again, he's going to make that argument for a later point. But my point is simple as this: is that by throwing us off the scent for like a little bit, it gives Roman, from a psychological standpoint, a sense of insecurity. Going, I got no worries because I ain't gonna get an opponent, so I'm skipping WrestleMania. But then, again, could they use Rock, not necessarily in a physical manner, but use him just for cut promos on Roman, basically saying, hey, you know what I mean? You got challenged, and you're not going to accept the challenge and this and that. What kind of champion are you? Blah, blah, blah. Are you truly the head of the table? So they can actually insert Rock just for cutting promos and not actually fighting him just yet.
Lord Cosmo is a retard, by the way, and he thinks that he's clever. Literally, everybody who says this, I want you to know something, Lord Cosmo. Every smark has said the same shit since Cody got back, that we're going to turn on him, that they're going to turn on him, that they're going to turn on him. And he gets louder pops every single week. So shut up.
Well, Luke,
the fans will turn on him and the fans will turn on him and we'll have a lackluster reign. So what is your suggestion, Lord Cosmo, that Roman should be champion for another year or 2 years or 3 years? Roman's title reign sucks. Nobody. So I don't give a shit.
I don't think that's
Cody
true.
I don't
Cody
think. I don't.
is the
No, it
most
does
over
suck.
baby
Roman's
face.
title reign right now sucks. Cody wins. If Cody wins and maybe has a lackluster title reign, I don't know. I'm willing to find out. I would rather find out if Cody is going to have a bad title reign than stay with Roman as champion. I like Cody a lot. I'm a huge Cody fan. A lot of people are huge Cody fans. Get over it.
Luke,
Get over it and deal with it. Cody is going to win the title. If you don't accept it and you're going to cry about it his whole reign saying that they're going to turn on him, you look like the bitch, bro.
This
you look
this
like
ain't
a bitch.
yeah. This
Luke,
ain't
let me
AEW,
put this out there for
man.
you. Let me put this out there for you. There's 2 scenarios that you can look at. Yeah, I get it. The idea that, people were thinking, okay, Cody, why would I want to have Cody as my champion? Not just because he's a babyface, but because how he would be booked. Because people are worried that because when the babyface, especially the babyface who's going to be rewarded one of the hottest title reigns, despite the fact what anybody thinks, because he had it for a while, and who's he going to go up against, and are the matches going to suck? That's what the worry is. However,
Costas Design Studio is on point. Cody is the most over babyface in the company.
right. But here's the thing. Cody wins the title. Let's say he goes up against Randy, who turns heel, and various other guys that turn heel, because they have a lot of baby faces.
Lord Cosmo, Cody is the guy. I don't know what to tell you, but Cody is the guy. Look at the merch, look at the fan polls, look at the crowd reaction. Just because you don't like Cody does not mean, people didn't like John Cena, but were we all going to pretend that John Cena wasn't the guy? Even people who didn't like John Cena, you have to admit he was the guy.
I didn't like
And
him
it
at the
was
time.
always
He pissed me off. I literally hated the product at the time because of it. I was angry at John Cena, stuff like that, and I agree. I had to say the same thing. I don't like it.
To be fair, Cody's a better worker than John in a lot of ways. And to be
he's more articulate. He's more diplomatic.
Of course, that
When
fucker
you can
dork
hear
has
him.
to plug in his shitty show. Also, I agree with Luke that drinking game was a bust. Rostafa, you still making videos for YouTube Kits?
Oh,
Oh my God, poor guy.
Seabass
So
the Beast.
I just want all of you, listen.
Thank you, Seabass, for the $5.
Everybody who says the same shit about Cody being a mid-carder, being this and that, you're only fueling the Cody fans. Like, the Cody fans are just going to want to support Cody more. So the more you shit on him every single week for shit that is probably stuff that you got from other people's opinions because you don't watch the show weekly. You probably watch AEW all the time. That's fine if you're an AEW fan or you're a guy who doesn't watch it all and you just shit
Joe,
on the
it's been
product.
a minute. How you been? You going to Excel?
Mario Rodriguez, thank you for the $2 super chat party. And no, I'm not going to Philly unless you send me a bulletproof vest. Thank you.
Yo, Luke, and that's what I kind of want to bring up. So basically, people are nervous that when Cody goes to Philly and he wrestles Roman for the title, that he's going to get booed out of the building, because Philadelphia is not like a normal town when you go to a WWE show, because a lot of the fans cheer for the heels like they used to do when it was ECW.
Yeah, only here's the difference is that Philly likes
TKO appointment Mr.
Okay,
Connecticut
I
to
didn't
their
know there was a
board of
problem.
directors.
TKO appointment Mr. Connecticut to their board of directors. Julio Guzman, thank you for the $4.99. Who's Mr. Connecticut?
It's another Vince. It's like an allusion to Vince. That's his alias that he's
Oh,
going by
I
now.
get it.
Mr. Connecticut.
Mr.
Connecticut.
Oh my God, it went right over my head. Mr. America.
Garguts is here. Garguts, who won the pool
Super
last
chat
night?
Okay, we're gonna just mute Dork now and Garguts.
When Cody finishes the story, the fans will turn him and he'll have a lackluster run. Watch and see.
Lord
You keep saying
Cosmo.
that.
Thank you, Lord Cosmo, for the dono. When Cody
You keep
finishes the
saying that
story,
when-
the fans will turn on. Yeah, I
you
mean, but he's talking about when the good guy wins, like Daniel Bryan, Kofi Kingston. After about 3 months, people get bored. But here's the problem. Like, I just think Cody right now is at a high level. Now, Daniel Bryan, you could argue, right?
Daniel
bad
Bryan got
booking.
injured.
He got
Daniel
hurt.
Bryan
was
got
bad.
injured. He was
Yeah,
champion
but-
for a few months, and then he got injured because they had him in a dumb shit. Like, they had him get the shit kicked out of him like every night.
Kane.
And then they had him get tombstoned on the steps or something. Like, yeah, and he was going against KANE, who was like 75 at that point. Like, it was fucking stupid. They fucked up.
And with Kofi,
Everybody,
it was horrible book.
yeah, exactly. Every time a face has won a title recently and their title reign has been lackluster, it all can be chalked up to booking. Because what did they give Kofi after he won the
Ziggler?
Oh
title?
my God, Garguts under. I posted the picture of the sign with Drew McIntyre, and Garguts wrote, "Damn, they must be on the spectrum with that writing."
I said the same thing.
Yeah. Wow, you hear that, Alex Oley? He does kind of look like Dan Kennedy from here, to be honest. He looks a lot like Dan Kennedy. By the way, Dork and Garguts left. I muted them for 3 seconds, and they couldn't take it and left.
Just get him out of here. Like, what? So Garguts can, like, sit here and be like, I didn't even watch the show. And
Yeah.
then fucking Dork Knight can be like, I didn't even watch the show.
Yeah, these two guys didn't watch the show. And then what was Dork Knight talking about Poll last night?
No, but this is the problem with the Raw review is that I see so many people who don't watch the show clearly, but then they comment, Raw was shit tonight. Really? Did you watch it? Well, no, I just know. I know what I missed. Nothing. I watched enough of it. Yeah, so you didn't watch it at all, you fucking liar.
And then I would challenge them with a couple matches that they might have went over their head. Like, for example, Jey Uso versus Bronson Reed, which, by the way, Jey Uso getting a win over a big guy is actually a pretty big deal in the sense of how he can work main event matches. If
He
somebody
actually won a match.
well, yeah, he actually won a match, and that was actually pretty good.
I don't like Bronson Reed. I think Bronson Reed's boring, but there's, you know what? Hey guys, I don't like Bronson Reed. That for now means that Bronson Reed sucks and everybody everywhere hates him because that's how opinions work. Even though I've also stated that I don't like Seth's reign and I don't think Seth is very good, but have I ever stated that Seth is not over or that Seth is a mid-carder or Seth isn't one of the top guys? No, because it's delusional thinking. Just because you don't like Cody, don't try to make a false narrative that someone is a mid-carder or someone isn't over, because you're lying, you're being fucking delusional and you're being disingenuous. So I would really like if the false bullshit would stop being spread. And yeah, Cody versus Seth is a horrible idea. Don't do it. The story is Cody and Roman. I don't give a shit about The Rock. I mean, like, yeah, cool. The Rock comes back and then he faces and loses the Roman. Then we get Roman for a fucking year. Meanwhile, you get if you do Cody versus Seth, you basically turn the fans on your two top baby faces on Raw right now. Retarded decision.
All right, so basically towards the end of Raw, going before the main event, we had Damage Control come out. They were guests on Raw, and after the signing of Andrade and everybody else that was on the floor, so then they got Damage Control. Rhea Ripley comes out, gets attacked by Nia Jax, so it looks like we're going to get Nia Jax and Rhea Ripley at Elimination Chamber.
Cool.
And Bayley didn't even make her declaration of which champion she's going to face, which, by the way, I think if you're betting on the smart money, eventually she's going to probably turn babyface and go after Io Sky, but that's just me and a few other people that probably think that way. What do you guys think?
I have no interest in the women right now, I feel like.
I don't care. Like, I saw so many people talking about how great the women's Rumble was. Like, I couldn't give a shit about it. I mean, Bailey is booked like a shithead, and tonight after winning the Rumble, she looks like a complete shithead.
I'll say that
against Nia.
She's not even booked though. She hasn't.
Oh my God! What the fuck?
Yes. Oh,
What the fuck, bro? Your microphone is fucking just killed us.
Good. Damn it, because nobody can fucking hear me. Now you can hear me, right? It takes a Mexican to fucking hop a border to fucking.
Oh
for you to
my
recognize
God!
something.
Holy shit, bro!
We're not gonna hear you, and we're not gonna hear you tonight. Fucking get out.
Wow! What the
Sorry,
fuck was that, Garguts?
I don't know, but please keep him out. I just like
What
I
you
like
doing over
our.
here? You want me to fucking
Jesus.
like turn it down? Like,
Oh my God, bro!
I'll tell you as much.
You come in just belligerent. That's why.
And you're
We're talking in the
sober.
middle of a conversation and you just scream.
And you're just a belligerent fucking fuck too. Exactly. So it's okay.
Great
All
point.
right. Like, what do you got to do with that?
Okay.
Hey, by the way, Luke, remember when you said the women's the men's Rumble wasn't predictable? I predicted Cody at number 15 winning.
Hey,
And you said it wasn't
Bullfrog is a
predictable,
moron.
You can shut up with that. That's fucking stupid.
Jey Uso versus Reed was solid, so was Gunther versus Kofi. The women's match was like watching ass cancer. Get rid of that fucking Mexican.
Ooh!
Jesus.
Wow!
Who is
Hey,
that? Pacharo again? Or
don't know.
Santos? Sorry, Santos. You're just a fucking fake Mexican that pretends to be Asian. So shut the fuck
I'm
up.
curious. What type of army or squadron does he
Guys.
actually lead? Because he's a colonel.
Hey guys, Garguts predicted something.
No, yeah.
Garguts predicted something accurately. That means that everybody everywhere predicted it, and that means it's super predictable. So
I guess that
just
I'm doing
'cause
a shot
you-
then.
That
you
means
gotta
hey,
predict-
that
you
means
gotta
I predict your
but you gotta
virginity.
okay, but
I
you gotta
predict your
predict-
virginity
shut
going
the
away
fuck
by a
up and
guy
let somebody
in
get a
like
joke
3
off.
years.
Okay,
Get a
cool.
joke off.
Oh,
You
no, you
get-
can't get a joke off right now with me.
Ugh,
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
I know.
I'm sorry.
You're a comedy.
I'm just gonna
You're
be
a
you
comedy
when
blocker.
you
You're a
no
comedy
no
blocker.
what
We all know
I
this
am
about
right
you.
now is I'm gonna be you. I'm gonna be you like when you were 3 days ago. Oh, with three weeks ago. Oh.
You know, we're supposed to do this show just me and you, and maybe Rastafa, and
Maybe.
I don't know. That's why I try to go to the homies.
And-
It's almost like people don't get a hint of why we're on the homies channel. It's because so we don't have to talk to retards. And Garguts, you're a retard. Nobody. What are you even talking
oh
about?
my
You come
God.
in
Damn,
talking about
Luke.
bullshit.
Damn,
We get
man.
it. We get it. The shtick is that Garguts is angry all the time and he wants to
Did you
fight.
not have your Wawa
really
pizza
fun.
today, Luke? Is that why?
Well,
You
no,
didn't get
Garguts
I don't
isn't
know.
usually
You
like
just
that.
wanna get- No, it's just that like when you're trying to do a fucking review, like you're trying to actually sit down and do the review, and then some guy just comes in and talks about something that nobody gives a shit about, or like is just completely like out of nowhere belligerent arguing. It's like, dude, we're literally trying to talk about the fucking show that people are here for.
Well, I think the thing
it's
is too that we're trying. We messed up by allowing people in. It was supposed to just be me, you, and Rastafa, or me and you, and we messed up by letting letting some people in because I figured, well, you know, Dork Night, we love Dork Night and Garguts, so whatever. But like, you know, in Tuesday night, tomorrow night, on Tuesday night, I would love everyone to be there. I want Dork, Garguts, everybody. Come on Tuesday night. But tonight, where we're reviewing Raw. Yeah, I think it was a mistake because I like Dork Knight didn't even see the show, and then he was asking questions, and then something about a poll that no one knows what he's talking about, and then Garguts comes in here and just starts screaming, and so yeah, I think that threw everybody off. But now Dork Knight left together. Well, Dork, what happened? I was going to ask you something. But Dork Knight left, and then you just get all thrown off, like someone's leaving, coming, going, screaming. What's going on? We're just
Like,
trying to.
I have no idea what we were talking about prior to that whole thing.
We were talking
Yeah.
about basically we're crapping on the women's division, and then we're going back to the Cody and situation with WrestleMania, pretty much.
Bro,
I don't need to talk about. We don't need to talk anymore about Cody. All of our opinions have been stated about Cody. I know it pisses people off when we suck Cody's dick, so I won't. But the women's division right now, I like Rhea, I like Becky. I can't wait for them to have a match. But you know, Bailey, Io Sky is a good wrestler, but like she's a placeholder champion right now, and that's been my opinion since she's cashed in. She hasn't had a very strong title reign. She's like the damage control itself has been so like mid to me, and at some points it's been terrible, like very bad. Like prior to them moving to SmackDown, when they were on Raw, damage control was absolute garbage.
It's more like boring, irrelevant patrol. Like that's what they should be called. Like it's just not good.
Yeah. And why is Bayley, a woman who just won the Rumble, she's now being booked like she's shitting her pants and getting backed into a corner by Nia, looking like a schoolboy. Like that's something that a jobber gets, not a woman who just won the fucking Rumble.
That's the whole point of being a heel, is being a chicken shit, pretty much.
Yeah, but Bayley's supposed to be turning face either way. I don't care if someone's a heel. They just won the fucking Rumble and now they're getting treated. They're a nothing. And like Nia, by the way, Nia, I am not going to sit here and pretend that Nia is good or getting better like some people have said.
Not at all.
Nia's matches still suck. Nia's promos are still cringy. They book her strong. I wonder why. It's almost like her cousin's The Rock and her other cousin's Roman Reigns or something. But yeah,
My hole.
Like, I guess they're
the biggest things Nia known for are she punched someone in the face because she sucks at faking wrestling. You know what I mean? And she yelled that something about her hole. Like it's like I don't know.
During the pandemic,
how does it build sympathy for her face turn, Matthew Thomas, when she's getting backed into a corner like a complete bitch? Like yeah, the fans like sympathetic baby faces, but they don't like losers. And that Bayley literally does not look strong at all coming out of winning the Rumble. She doesn't look like a credible threat to Rhea. The only person she would look like a credible threat to is Io, because we would think, oh, Bayley's going to turn face. But to me, I feel like we should be looking at Bayley being like, oh my God, Bayley, she could actually go in the ring with Rhea, or she could go in the ring with anybody. Bayley is still being treated like she is a jobber loser despite winning the Rumble. I can't remember ever that happening. Ever. Yeah. So it's stupid. And to get backed into the corner by Nia, and like we all gotta pretend Nia is this big threatening lady. Like she's fat. We get it.
Wow.
I'm fat. I'm fat too. There's like when I was walking around as a fat kid in school, do you think like people were like shitless scared of me? No, they'd be like, take a fucking pencil, deflate her stomach.
Well,
at this point, I'm gonna be honest with you, Luke. At this point, I don't even want to see Nia in NXT. Like, I think she's legitimately going to injure somebody and end somebody's career.
Yeah, probably.
Does it really matter? She's the fucking Rock's goddamn cousin.
It doesn't matter. I don't give a dude, I don't care if you're freaking brother. I don't give a damn. It doesn't matter.
Come back no matter what. Look at Jimmy Snuka, still in the Hall of Fame. Come on.
Well, until they find the kid.
You're gonna injure. You're gonna fucking look at Vince McMahon. Look at Vince McMahon.
Thank you, Sean Smoke, for that follow.
Man.
Well, Tammy Fitz is still in the Hall of Fame. Sonny's in the Hall of Fame.
Imagine Vince McMahon. Isn't that crazy? Vince McMahon won't get put in the Hall.
Back from Raw, flying home tomorrow. Got stuck in Hood Dollar General for an hour cause Uber/Lyft wasn't working. Had 2 minutes to make sign Lowell. 7/10.
Oh, Alex Oley had 2 minutes to make that sign. He rushed us to write on that paper. Well, man, Alex, it was huge. People were hitting me up all over the place. All over. I was
Did Road Dogg hit you? Did Road Dogg hit you up yet?
No, but he still follows me, so that's good.
Dude, he followed you after what, 8? No, not even, like 7 years of going through different profiles, and he finally finds you and he follows you.
I mean, he followed me on my original account when he was.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. No, he's a good guy.
We just need to get these signs up in the crowd every single night for the rest of the year.
Yeah,
and then Joe Cronin will be on commentary.
Follow Joe Cronin on socials.
I want to say I got to wrap it up.
Shit bomb.
Early days, so we got like 5-10 more minutes.
$700 to sit behind green shirt guy.
Oh my God, Alex Oley paid $700.
That's garbage. That is garbage.
What?
Did she smell, or did he smell?
I would have. You know what, Alex? I would have paid you. You know what? I would have blown Alex. I would have blown you to just drive to my house and hang out with me and give me $500 instead, like the Alex Oley dono.
God. Holy fuck.
We plan a spot all day,
Oh
Joe.
my God!
Spot all day.
Out of nowhere! From out of nowhere, Seabass! The beast!
Where's it going? Where's it going?
Pat McAfee took your job again, Joe.
Fuck our guts.
No.
Don't ever call me Santos again. Also, I'm Dominican, not fucking Mexican. The women's division is ass unclapped shitty cheeks.
Oh no.
Wait, I didn't know he was Dominican, so am I. Get up
Dominican.
there.
Dominican. What's up? Seabass the Beast, thank you so much, man. Holy shit, Dominican. I don't know what it is about Dominican, Hispanic, like they are some of the biggest donators ever, man. They're just, we would, oh my God, we'd be partying. Seabass, thank you so much for that, bro. Holy shit. Dropping a
Basically,
bomb.
use that money to get a. You should use that money to get a legal green card in the fucking country.
That, yeah.
We got legal green cards
I should
everywhere.
use
Don't
that.
we have my dreams?
Why
Why is he
is
talking
Mustafa talking like his balls are in his ass?
I don't know, but I love you, Mustafa. But every time there's a $100 plus donation or whatever, I cannot stand when you do these two things. One, when you go, we planned the spot all day, Joe. Like you're like, oh, he's being coy with it. It's so fucking. It like
we
makes
did
my
plan the
skin
spot all day.
crawl. It makes my skin crawl.
It is
And then when
cringy.
you go, and then when you go, where's it going? Despite the fact that this isn't monetized, and this isn't a championship night, so the points are there's no points, and they're not going anywhere.
Joe's got $100. How do you not be excited for him?
Oh my God!
I love
yeah,
Mustafa, yeah.
I'm glad for
He's
you,
hype.
Joe.
He's my hype man.
Get hype. Get hype.
Yeah. So closing thoughts about Raw. Good 2 promo segments, but
Better
wants.
backstage interviewing in a little bit.
Yeah, nobody wants Cody versus Seth unless there's people who just hate Cody and they want to see Rock versus Roman and they want to see Cody get shot and killed and then a fucking
And when Punk comes back, he's
explode
got
while
a
he's still in
program
it.
immediately.
Yeah.
So when Punk comes back, he's got a program with Drew. So that sets up that match.
So then we got that match set up. Yeah, I don't really know. It's kind of a lackluster Raw, as Tommy NC, our good friend, would say. Don't really. I honestly, I get, and I'm saying honestly, like he would say too. I don't understand what the point is of swerving us with this Cody and fucking Rollins thing. Like, I get it. It's to be like, oh, maybe Cody won't make that decision. Maybe he won't face Roman. But I mean, that audience was super excited. We're super stoked, and everybody was coming out of Royal Rumble.
So you became a.
Dreamers Lane became a member courtesy of Matt Colon, who gifted a sub, and Dreamers Lane got it.
Yeah. Now Lord Cosmo thinks Cody versus Seth sounds like a good idea. Yeah, I wonder why. It's almost like that's exactly what Cody fans would hate, and of course Lord Cosmo loves it. Just confirming that Lord Cosmo is a complete troll, and if it's all good natured fun, then I get it. But yeah, I don't care for Rhodes and Rollins. Nobody does. I think a lot of people were just really happy that we were finally getting Cody and Roman too, and to be like, yeah, well, you're gonna have to wait because maybe Cody won't pick that. It's just it took a lot of the air out of the arena and out of a lot of fans. Like, we should now, like tonight, we should be talking about Cody officially challenging Roman. We shouldn't be talking about, well, maybe Cody will go with Rollins, even though that's not gonna happen. And if it does, it's the worst decision. It's the worst decision.
For me, for tonight's Raw, I'll probably give it a 5 3/4 or maybe a 6 out of 10, just for the work rate and mainly just for the just for the idea that, like, yeah, they're playing around with the swerve, but obviously, I mean, we know where it's going in a way, but as far as just the swerve, I mean, they used to do that back in the day, even during Ruthless Aggression, even during Attitude, but it's okay. I mean, it's going to mean more when Cody gets that victory at WrestleMania. And by the way, since that's going to be in Philadelphia, they're going to really be treating this like almost like Rocky and Apollo 2. Like that's how it's kind of set up right now.
Yes,
and as far
that's
as
exactly that's what I thought about it too. And you know what I was thinking about
Great
will be
point.
great, will be a great match at the end of all of this once Cody finally does beat Roman is that when Roman eventually turns face, him and Cody will probably team up at some point, and it will be like just like when fucking Apollo went to go and help Rocky train for his fight with Clubber Lang, bro. Oh my God, I'm seeing it in the future, and I'm seeing the pop that will happen when that happens, and how much wrestling fans are gonna come in their pantses. It's gonna be fucking awesome, bro. So it's
They'll be doing cartwheels outside of the when they go outside to the arena towards their cars. It's gonna be like the Fandango. It's gonna be like
and
the
Lord
Fandango.
and then Lord Cosmo will be like, I don't know, guys. I think they're gonna turn on Cody soon. Yeah, fucking jackass.
All right, Joe, get some sleep.
Well, all right. Any other closing things you guys wanted to say, or anything else you wanted to mention?
I'm good.
Rhea tonight was amazing looking, and I don't know how to tell you that, like, without sounding like a weirdo, but I was so aroused to her getting beaten up by Nia Jax. Like,
Yeah.
I thought Nia, like, when she grabbed her leg, I thought she was gonna take off her pants, and I was like, yeah, strip her, embarrass her a little. And then I had such a big rod, and people walking by me were like, "What's going on with him?" And I was staring, and then I was staring intensely at them, and I just took my dick out and I just jerked off right at Wawa.
Okay, too much.
Well, anything can happen. CM Punk gets injured, misses WrestleMania after all this, and Bill Belichick can't get a coaching job. So it's a weird time.
Oh no, poor Bill. Poor Bill.
He's gonna have to coach a Pee-wee team or something.
What if Nia farted on Rhea? Wouldn't it have been great if Nia accidentally let one slip loudly on Rhea? And like as she jumps down on her, and Rhea's just disgusted, like, get off of her.
Full swallow that.
Oh my God. The funniest was when they were doing that Money in the Bank scripted match or televised or like theatrical match, whatever, a few years ago. And remember, like, Dana Brooke was in the fucking boardroom, and she opened up the fake briefcase that had all the money, and then like Stephanie McMahon with cell phone footage taken at home was like, what are you doing, Dana? You're at the wrong place. Hey, can you tell Nia to get up? She's drooling all over the floor. And then it cuts to Nia, and then she's laying on the floor like a big fat sack of shit with like her ass in the camera, and she was wearing like a swimsuit. It was, she dressed up like a fucking pumpkin. That was amazing. That's one of my favorite review moments, because I remember me and Joe just trashed that on air. It was hilarious.
I remember laughing
out of here.
I remember laughing really hard at that comment you made about Stephanie McMahon or something in the back years ago. Remember that? Like a couple years, 3 years? Is that what we were talking about?
Yeah, that it was totally not footage they took at the building. Like, it was clearly got her behind some sort of
it was from the
wall,
winter,
like,
that winter storm moment time where they had to do the show from Connecticut. And
Oh, that was in 2015 when he got snowed in?
No, this was it was what was it called? It was during the Money in the Bank match.
Oh, okay. Now I got to find it though. It's really funny, whatever it is. That was
it was the 2020 Money in the Bank.
Oh, okay.
When they were still in the pandemic.
Yeah, that's okay. That makes more sense. That was funny. That killed me. All right, we'll go to bed. I know we gotta get out of here. Thank you. I'll unmute. Let me unmute Garguts now. I didn't realize he was muted. Dork Night, Garguts, come back Tuesday night. All right, bring the heat tomorrow night.
Yeah, then you can talk about all the women's shit that you want to.
Oh, we love you guys. Thank you guys for being here in the Discord. I appreciate it, boys. I have to work early at regular work because that's how the world is now for me. So sorry. But thanks to everybody for hanging out, man, and everybody that hung out earlier today. I didn't get to see a lot of my family today, so that kind of sucked. But you know. And it's crazy time. Appreciate it. But thank you, Seabass the Beast. Seabass the Beast dropping a $100 bomb at the end here. Really, really, really appreciate that, Seabass. Anything else anybody wants to say? I can't see it. Thank you to Alex Oley before we go. Man, Alex Oley brought the JCS sign apparently, and he got that sign all over the show tonight. I haven't seen a JCS sign in about a year, I want to say. And, this one's right up there with that WrestleMania sign. That was big, man. But I love the shot with Drew. I love the Drew one. Sucky, or whatever Leah said about him. There it is. The sucky with my name and her name. Maybe Leah will think she's with Drew Cronin. She's could be with him. I don't know. But anybody that became a patron, thank you to everybody who signed up on patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show last couple of days. A lot of $1, $2, $3, $5 patrons signing up last couple of days. Thank you guys for that. More to come over there tomorrow and Wednesday. And shout out to the Dork Knight for joining us earlier. And Garguts as well, adding about nothing. And certainly to Rastafa and the co-host of the Raw Review Now, Rastafa and Luke Rojas. Thank you guys for being here tonight. And we did our best. We didn't have the best Raw review here tonight, I don't think. But, the show had some good promos. A couple of good promos and some other things that were decent. But overall, I didn't love the show. I thought it was blah. But, again, that promo with Drew McIntyre and CM Punk was one of the best things I've seen all year or the past, year, 2 years. That was a really, really nice a nice deal. It was just really good. And that being said, I'm out of here, man. Thanks for all the fun tonight. You can tell I'm getting tired and passing out as I'm talking because I'm not tired. Pat McAfee's back too. That's pretty good news, right? He's been great. Pat McAfee has been wonderful. So it's great that Pat McAfee is back as well. I mean, not great for me if I want to be hired by a company, but they're not going to do that anyway. But it's great that Pat McAfee, he made a difference tonight. There was a couple of times tonight, though, that I noticed. We should have brought this up on the review. A couple of times tonight, I noticed there was a lot of quiet where, Pat McAfee said something, but then there was, like Michael Cole never jumped in to add more, and Pat McAfee didn't say a ton. So there was some weird silenter times that I felt like someone should be saying something. But there were times that Pat McAfee had pure excitement and reaction to the stuff in the match that I really liked. Michael Cole was delivering the play-by-play as always, and then Pat McAfee would say something like, "Oh my, good God," or "What, what is going to happen with this? Why would this happen? Why would you do that?" or whatever. Just this I don't remember the examples, but the genuine expressions that he had, and it's that is so much better. It really is so much better than what they had. You know what I mean? I think that Pat McAfee and Michael Cole tonight were about a 7.5 out of 10 or so on commentary, which is much better than Kevin Patrick and all those guys on SmackDown. They were dropping a 2 or 3 out of 10. And so tonight I thought Cole and Pat McAfee were a 7.5 out of 10. So that was, I think there's a little bit, almost like they could have a third guy, it feels like, but I do feel like Pat had more of a side hype seat, and at times Cole wasn't delivering fully. I don't know why that was. He might have been listening to something, but it was a little bit off at times, but it was certainly better, much better than commentary's been, because it's the best group together. I think Michael Cole does like Pat McAfee. I think that's not true, King Hueco. I feel like he does like Pat. But I think that Pat is like that little dog jumping up and down, like, yip, 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 and Michael Cole's like, all right. But I don't know. I wish. Well, whatever. It was great though. Thank goodness, no more Kevin Patrick. And I'm Joe Cronin. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Thanks for being here. Thanks for supporting me. And shout out to the big donor, Seabass the Beast, and everybody else, and everybody that stopped by my stream in the daytime today. I was streaming from the car with the breaking news about Punk. And thanks to everybody who stopped by for that as well. And again, thanks to Alex Oley, a legend tonight with that sign. Alex Oley, beast mode in the front row apparently with that sign. Thank you, Alex. And thank you guys. I'm out for real. Bye. See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow night. Tuesday Night Rage. Be here.